We all have our own tastes, our preferences, and views. In terms of languages, someone likes an American accent, someone else a British. Someone likes to read books to improve their English, someone else likes to watch movies. Well, I'm definitely a movie person, and of course, I have my favorite movies and my favorite actors. Hey guys, it's Anna. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me for this video, and a huge thanks to the sponsor of today's video, the Woodpecker Learning app. One of my favorite actresses is Kristen Bell. She's an American actress. You might know her from her work in Veronica Mars, Bad Moms Christmas, The Good Place, and she also voiced Anna in Frozen.
My lady. Whoa, whoa.
This is awkward. Not you're awkward, but just because I'm awkward. You're gorgeous. Wait, what?
Yeah! Hang on.
I like fast.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Get your feet down. This is fresh lacquer. Seriously, were you raised in a barn?
It is not nice to throw snow, people.
Whoa, 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 feisty pants. Just let the snowman be.
I'm calm.
Great. Oh, come on.
Don't ask me why I love her because I can't explain. Sometimes you just like a person. I like her every role. But one of the reasons is her English, to be more precise, the way she speaks. She was my person of choice to shadow for a very long time. Her articulation is very explicit, so it's easy to follow her and understand what your mouth should do. Her pronunciation is very clear, and the speed of her speech is perfect. And she's very expressive with her body and face, which I love. I get the question, who should I choose to shadow, all the time? And while there's no right person because it depends on a lot of things, I can just recommend and share. So I'm sharing the actress whom I love to shadow. And here's the thing. Have you noticed that it's easier to understand some people but not the others? People might speak with the same accent, but the one's speech is crystal clear and the other's is sort of incoherent. Well, that is natural because every one of us has different articulations, voice tones, and some of us mumble. Naturally, that for native speakers, it doesn't pose a problem, but for a non-native speaker, it does. So when you're choosing a person to shadow, I would recommend choosing someone who speaks clearly. In the case of a non-native speaker, clarity has to be a priority. For this video, I thought it would be useful to work on reductions because that's what makes speech natural, smooth, and makes it flow. And that's what people who are learning English confuse with fast speech. If you take any sentence that a native speaker says, write it down and analyze it, you will see that what was said was not what you wrote. Because apart from the ones that most language learners are aware of, like I'm is the reduction of I am, there's also I'll, it'll, there, there's, wanna, gonna, and there's so many others. But we'll focus on just a couple of them. The following examples are from interviews where Kristen just speaks her own words. She doesn't have a script and it's not edited and it's just the way she naturally speaks.
He's one of those playwrights where you kind of have to know the way he writes. It's very specific. And I was like, oh, I would love to do that because I'm in that world. I've studied.
So the phrases one of those and kind of. The word of often gets reduced to the schwa, like in this case. One of those. Not one of those, but one of those. One of those. Although she said kind of when she said kind of have to, she could have just as well said kind of have to. So you have the option here. You can reduce of to the schwa or leave it as is. But also don't forget about connected speech. Don't break those words. Don't say kind of, kind of. Then the words have to got reduced to have to. And this is how these words are usually said in spoken language. And also the word because usually gets reduced to cause in spoken language if it's not emphasized. So native speakers would usually chop off be in the word because.
If I present this very like bubbly, perky, I'm always happy, I'm trying to do a great job raising my kids, to talk about the reality of my life, which is that like...
So the words trying to do become trying to do. Tryna is a reduced form of trying to.
They're like caged in this on this boat together because you're not supposed to say boat, it's a ship. They're caged on this ship together and they can't get off, so they have to sort of work out all their issues.
Apart from the reductions of you are to your and they are to their, which are not just common but almost always used, we also have sorta. And it's the same with sort of as with kind of. You can reduce it to sorta. And if you reduce it to sorta, it'll be easier to connect it to the word work, which begins with a W sound. And this transition between a V and a W sound is a bit difficult for non-native speakers. So let's compare. Sort of work, sorta work. Sort of work, sorta work.
So I have 80 able-bodied people who are doing a whole lot of nothing. What do you need? And they're like,
In the phrase a whole lot of nothing, of got reduced to the schwa. A at the beginning became the schwa as well. In the word nothing, the G got dropped and everything was connected together. And we got a whole lot of nothing. And that's how it usually would be said. The words what do you and the question what do you need got reduced to what ya. Again, this is how native speakers would ask this question in spoken language. Whataya is also a reduced form of what are you. So what do you and what are you are pronounced the same. Whataya. Lastly, to illustrate this difference between spoken and written language and all its colors, let's listen to this example.
You've got like half the cast of Cheers already.
I'm gonna try to get them all.
You got to get Woody, you got to get no.
I am going to try to get them all. So this whole sentence becomes this.
I'm gonna try to get them all.
I'm gonna try to get them all. Isn't it crazy? Well, it is and it isn't because it's real, natural, conversational speech. I am going to becomes I'm gonna. When she connected get them, she dropped the TH and we got get 'em, leaving just the word all unchanged.
You've got like half the cast of Cheers already.
I'm gonna try to get them all.
You got to get Woody, you got to get no.
Okay, let's take a little commercial break and let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, the Woodpecker Learning app. We've been partnering with them for months now, and I can honestly say that I continue to love this app, and I invite you to try it out today. With Woodpecker, you can watch over 350,000 videos in English, all with subtitles. When you don't know a word, simply touch it in the subtitles to see its meaning. Your video will pause and you'll see the word's meaning appear on the screen. Woodpecker was built for language learners like us. They have tools that make it easier to watch and understand difficult videos. You can save words to review them later, replay a phrase again and again, or slow down the video to follow along more easily. You can find videos you love and watch with confidence. You can watch a TED Talk or browse all the YouTube channels with English subtitles. Find a full-length show in the Woodpecker's recommended playlist or find short videos in the Woodpecker's 5 minutes for English playlist for learning on the go. I can even search for my favorite actress to watch her best scenes or her interviews with Woodpecker. You'll be able to listen to native speakers and hear words and expressions they really use. Follow along, learn words you don't know, and immerse in content that interests you. So download Woodpecker Learning today and dive into English videos made for native speakers. Back to the video. So Kristen's speech is very clear, but imagine, well, you don't have to imagine. I'm sure that you have heard someone speaking fast and incoherently. That's why it's important to learn reductions to be able to understand native speakers without any issues and to use them yourself. So my point is that written language is not the same as spoken language. And spoken language, unfortunately, is not the language that we were taught in schools, even in terms of grammar usage. So don't resist change. Want to speak naturally and understand native speakers, you need to learn the way spoken language is really spoken. Phonetics, reduced forms, and connected speech. They reduce the time of delivering your message and make your speech smoother. You cannot avoid it. Okay guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all the best until the next one.